You know that moment, right? Your alarm goes off. You hear it, somewhere in the distance. You think, just 5 more minutes. You hit snooze again and again. Next thing you know, you're late. Again. Maybe you don't even hear it anymore. Your alarm screams at full volume, and you sleep right through it like it's not even there. Sound familiar? Here's the thing. You're not lazy. You're not broken. Your brain is just wired differently when it comes to waking up. But here's the good news. You can fix this. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how. I'm going to give you practical, proven strategies that actually work. Some are simple, some might surprise you. And one of them is the most powerful thing you can do, and most people completely ignore it. So stick with me till the end, because if you've been struggling to wake up on time, this video might just change your mornings forever. But first, let's talk about why this happens in the first place. Why do some people wake up before their alarm even goes off, while others sleep through a tornado? Well, research suggests it comes down to a few things. Some people are naturally deep sleepers. Their brains produce something called sleep spindles during deep sleep. These spindles act like noise-canceling headphones for your brain. They literally block out sounds, including your alarm. Then there's your sleep debt. If you're not getting enough sleep night after night, your body goes into survival mode. It desperately needs rest. So, when your alarm goes off, your brain says, nope, not today. We're staying down. Your sleep schedule matters too. If you're a night owl trying to wake up at 6 a.m., you're fighting against your natural rhythm. You're in the deepest phase of sleep when that alarm goes off, and that's a battle you're going to lose. And let's not forget about sleep quality. Things like sleep apnea, anxiety, depression, even certain medications can mess with how deeply you sleep and how hard it is to wake up. So, yeah, there are real reasons why you're struggling, but the good news is there are real solutions too. Alright, so now that we know what's going on, let's talk about what you can actually do about it. I'm going to break this down into practical tips you can start using tonight. Some are quick fixes, others are long-term game changers. Let's start with the simplest one. Move your alarm across the room. I know. You've heard this one before. But here's why it actually works and why most people don't do it right. When your alarm is next to your bed, turning it off requires zero effort. Half asleep, you just reach over, tap the button, and boom, back to dreamland. But when your alarm is across the room, you have to get up. You have to physically move your body out of bed. And here's the key. Once you're standing up, your brain starts waking up. Blood starts flowing. Your body realizes, oh, we're awake now. The hardest part of waking up isn't the alarm. It's getting out of bed. So remove the option to stay in bed. Put your phone or alarm clock on the other side of the room. Put it on your dresser. Put it in the hallway if you have to. Make it impossible to turn off without getting up. Trust me, this one simple change can make a massive difference. Now, let me give you a few more tools for your arsenal. Set multiple alarms, not just one or two. Set them at 5 to 15-minute intervals. Make it so annoying that staying in bed becomes more uncomfortable than getting up. Try a vibrating alarm. Smartwatches work great for this. Or get a vibrating pad that goes under your pillow or mattress. Some people respond better to vibration than sound. Make it loud and annoying. Put your alarm on a metal pan. Get one of those alarms that rolls away when you hit snooze. Make waking up impossible to ignore. Use smart alarm apps. Apps like Sleep Cycle or Alarmy can wake you up during a lighter sleep phase. Or they'll make you scan a barcode to solve a puzzle, or even get out of bed and take a picture to turn off the alarm. Sounds extreme, but it works. Get a sunrise alarm clock. These gradually increase light to wake you up naturally, like the sun rising. Way gentler than a blaring sound. Stick to a consistent sleep schedule. Go to bed at the same time. Wake up at the same time, even on weekends. Your body loves routine. Get enough sleep, 7 to 9 hours. If you're only getting 5 or 6, no alarm in the world is going to make waking up easy. Cut out caffeine and screens before bed. Wind down with a book or a warm bath. Give your brain a chance to relax. Get natural light as soon as you wake up. Open your curtains. Step outside. Light tells your brain, it's daytime, time to be awake. And finally, change your alarm sound. If you've been using the same ringtone for years, your brain might be tuning it out. Try something new and more jarring. Now, here's one that most people don't realize is a game changer. Go to bed before 11 p.m. I'm serious. This isn't just about getting enough hours of sleep. It's about when you sleep. Here's what happens in your body. When it gets dark, your brain releases melatonin. This hormone controls your entire hormonal system. It tells some hormones to work, others to rest. Melatonin prepares your body for sleep. It boosts growth hormone, which helps you build muscle and burn fat. It balances your hunger hormones so you don't wake up starving. It lowers cortisol, your stress hormone. Then, around 3 or 4 in the morning, melatonin starts dropping and cortisol starts rising. By the time you wake up, cortisol is at its peak. You feel energized, ready to take on the day. But here's what happens when you stay up past 11 or midnight. That whole cycle gets thrown off. Your growth hormone doesn't release properly. Your hunger hormones get imbalanced. Cortisol stays elevated all day, leading to chronic stress and insulin resistance. Your body starts storing fat instead of burning it. You lose muscle instead of building it. And here's the kicker. People who consistently sleep late are at higher risk for obesity and type 2 diabetes. So if you want to wake up easier, feel better, and actually be healthy, get to bed before 11. Now, I know what you're thinking. But I'm a night owl. I can't just go to bed at 10:30. Fair enough. Don't try to change overnight. Shift your bedtime by 15 minutes every few days. Gradually train your body to wind down earlier. It takes time, but it works. All right, now we're getting to the big one, the most important tip, the one that makes everything else work. You need a reason to get up, not just I have to go to work, not just I set an alarm so I should probably wake up. I'm talking about a real, powerful reason that makes you want to get out of bed. Here's the truth. If you don't have a strong motivation, no alarm strategy in the world is going to help you long term. Your brain will always find a way to hit snooze if it doesn't see a reason to get up. Think about it. If you're going to a job you hate, you're going to struggle to wake up. But if you're going to a job you love, something that excites you, suddenly waking up isn't so hard. If you're training for a fitness goal and you know that getting up early to work out is going to get you closer to that goal, you'll get up. If you're working on a passion project, building something that matters to you, you'll find the energy. The key is this. You need to know why you're waking up, and that why needs to be strong enough to override your brain's desire to stay comfortable and warm in bed. So ask yourself, what do I actually want? What are my goals? Why do they matter to me? If you don't have clear answers to those questions, that's okay. But it's something you need to work on. And actually, I have a full video on this exact topic. It's called How to Stop Procrastinating and Get Motivated. It dives deep into the pain-pleasure method and how to rewire your brain to actually want to take action. If motivation is something you struggle with, go watch that video after this one. I'll put the link in the description and at the end of this video. Because honestly, motivation is the foundation. Fix that, and everything else gets easier. All right, so let's recap. Move your alarm across the room. Use multiple alarms, vibrating devices, smart apps, whatever works. Get to bed before 11 p.m. to keep your hormones in check. And most importantly, have a reason to get up that actually matters to you. Do these things, and I promise you, waking up will get easier. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your biggest struggle with waking up? And what tricks have worked for you? Drop a comment below and let me know. I read every single one, and I'd love to hear your story. And if this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.